Hey everybody, welcome back to Anthony's Horror More, and today I want to do a review on Christmas, Bloody Christmas. I just watched this last night, thought I would come on here, share my thoughts with you guys, let you know if I liked it or not. This is directed by Joe Begos. He also directed VFW, which is a pretty fun movie. I like it. I own that one. He directed Bliss, which I haven't seen, but I hear good things about it. It stars Riley Dandy as Tori and Sam DeLitch as Robbie, and this movie to me felt like it was trying to be an exploitation movie in a lot of ways, but it just didn't quite have the balls to go all the way with it. It does have some really bloody kills in it. Some good gore, some good practical effects. The Santa looks good, looks cool. It's funny. I like, him wielding that axe, that bloody axe right there. The lead chick, Tori, is the character's name. She is kind of over the top the entire film. I think she needed to dial it back. She's at like an 11 the entire movie. And I think if she had just taken it down to like a 6 or so, I think she would have been, I think people would have liked her more, she would have been a little bit more relatable. But she's just so she's at like an 11 from the beginning all the way till the end, she owns a record store, and her best friend, Robbie, he also works in that record store. And it's cool. It's a record store, but it also has like VHS tapes. It's got movie posters. There's a Spookies movie poster right in the background, and I'm sure there's all sorts of, if you look through those VHS tapes and everything there, I'm sure you'll find all sorts of cool Easter eggs. The lead character, Tori, really, she's a huge fan of music. She references older films throughout the entire movie. She prefers the sequels to a lot of films. Like, she prefers Child's Play 2 to the original. She prefers Alien Covenant to the original. She prefers Pet Sematary 2, to the original as well. And she likes her sequels and stuff. So. She's kind of like this punk rock type chick. So's Robbie, the guy. He's kind of like a punk rocker, kind of looking like that look. You know what I mean? They both kind of have that like aesthetic going to them and everything. And it's Christmas. They've got nowhere else to be. They're just getting loaded and kind of walking around town, hanging out at the bar. Doing their thing. They kind of like, have like a nice friendship going, but could. They kind of want to be more than friends, kind of a thing, but you know what I mean? They fuck with each other and stuff like that. And, it's a cool relationship. There's this Santa Claus in the film that has been recalled because apparently it was it had some like military chip or something put in it, and it was making some of these Santa Clauses, you see it on the news, it was making some of them go crazy and say crazy things, do crazy things. And you kind of see it like on this, in the news, on the TV in the background. And nobody's really paying attention, but even the chick says, Tori's like, can you turn that shit off or whatever? You know what I mean? And, of course, the Santa comes to life, picks up, finds an axe and just starts going to town on people, man. Starts killing people, ripping them up. And like I said, there's some good practical effects. There's even some good explosions and stuff in the film too. It really tries. There are a couple sex scenes, but they're very they're more for the women, like this guy's eating this chick's ass out or whatever. But they don't show her tits or anything. They just kind of show her ass or whatever a bit. And then there's a sex scene with Tori, in it or whatever, and she's this guy's going down on her and stuff, so that's kind of, but it's like they don't really go too graphic with it. And that's kind of my problem with this film is I feel like it wants to be an exploitation film, but it's afraid to push those boundaries. Like if it had gone like NC-17 or unrated or something, I think you could add a lot more fun with this. I think you could have, just ramped up everything, the blood, the boobs, everything, you know what I mean? Fucking just get it all in there, man. If you want to be that type of film, you gotta go for it. And I feel like it just, it's 2023, so they don't want to exploit women too much. So they kind of make the guys more of like, the women in the movie. The women are like rah rah, like she's saying how like, she owns her own business, and a lot of men are, scared of that kind of thing, like a strong female, strong woman running her own business. Well, and to be fair, the guy gives her shit right back, Robbie, like, he's like, oh, I'm not intimidated, like they kind of have like a good back and forth and stuff. And it's fun. I mean, there's some fun stuff going on in this. I like the Christmas setting, they got, the snow coming down and stuff. And, it's got the aesthetic going for it, This film was made in under 2 months, so it was like, they had to really get this thing together fast and everything. But I think even though it was filmed, in less than 2 months, I think they did a pretty damn good job with it. I mean, really, like, that couldn't have been easy, and yeah, there's a lot of there's, like I said, there's a ton of nods in this to like horror and bands. And at one point the lead character Tori, she makes fun of Robbie because Robbie really likes Blumhouse Pictures, like the guys that just put out the new Halloween trilogy and shit, and she's busting his balls for that, and so it's kind of fun. I like that. They're trying to have fun with the film, but the problem is sometimes it seems like these characters are trying to be too cool, like they're, you know what I mean? Like they're trying too hard to be cool and stuff. And it's like, I think if they could just relax a little bit, and if the director had kind of said, hey, let's tone it down a little bit, guys, for this scene. We don't need to be that over the top. Save it for like the third act and stuff, or even, late into the second act when like, action and stuff really starts ramping up. But when you're at 100 the entire time, shit, it gets annoying. I mean, but yeah, lots of cool. I mean, like I said, this Santa Claus man just goes to fucking town, just axing people and so I'm not gonna tell you all the kills or anything, but there's a good amount of blood and stuff in this, and a lot of like expendable characters that a nice body count, just people getting killed left and right and stuff, and it's just fun. I mean, it's pretty fun. I thought the score and the soundtrack were both good. They were playing like a lot of rock songs and stuff in the background. And it was very, it kind of reminded me, it's funny because this director, he did VFW, and VFW is I like that film, but it's very dark. It's very dimly lit and everything. And it's kind of hard to tell what's going on sometimes. This film's similar, very dimly lit and everything. And I get it. That probably helps camouflage some of the stuff because, like I said, this was, they didn't have a ton of time to film and do all this, and it probably helps camouflage certain things. But it wasn't too dark. You could definitely see the action and see what was going on. But like I said, I like the flow of it. I like it has a good pace. It's like an hour and 26 minutes. And it just goes, it builds up its characters, like its two leads and stuff, and then it just kind of goes. And, yeah, I just wish that I really wish that they had tried a little bit harder to go for it, you know what I mean? Because I feel like it was on the cusp, but they just couldn't do it, they're afraid because, a lot of people are afraid of, getting canceled, saying the wrong things. And, in an exploitation movie, you can't be afraid to say things. You can't be afraid to show nudity. You can't be afraid to show gore and, be, exploitative, I mean, but I think for what it is, it's fun. I think it's a fun movie. It does its job well enough. And, it was only $12.99 at Best Buy if you go in store. So I think for $12.99, it's a worthy enough pickup. It's fun enough. Watch it yourself. Let me know what you think about it. And yeah, I think that's about it, guys. Please, give me a like, give me a thumbs up or whatever. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And yeah, leave me a comment down below if you've seen Christmas Bloody Christmas. Let me know what you think about the film. I'd be curious. Do you think it was good, bad? Should have gone over the top like I'm saying? Let me know down below. All right, this is Anthony's Horror and More. Peace out.